He's tired, boss. I was tired a lot. One of the most important things I realized is that how valuable my time is. And when I found that out, when I truly discovered that time was the most valuable thing that I had in this world, because it's the only thing I could run out of and I would have to leave this world. I could run out of a bunch of other things, but I don't have to die, right? But if I run out of time, I don't exist. And I realized that money is something that you could lose, you could get again, you could get again, you can lose, you could lose, you could get again. This stuff comes and goes, it's cyclical, right? You want to have an abundance of it, you want to have enough of it, right? But at the same time was the most important thing. And so when I realized that, it changed my perspective on everything. And so I was like, you know what? No job can afford to pay me what I'm worth. No job is going to offer me enough per hour, per day, per year for my time. And so the challenge then became, all right, so here's the quandary. I now sell my time, which is the most important thing I have in this world. I sell my time for money. So now I need to figure out how to get my time back, to buy my time, right? So in order to get your time back, you actually have to buy it back. So I always say this. I tell you guys that when you go to work, you're not the only one getting paid. You're actually paying the job more than they pay you to go to their job. All right, let me help you. Let me make this make sense. Follow me. Hope you guys tracking. If you're not tracking, you're lacking, but hear me out. Time is the most valuable thing you have. Let's first develop that idea, right? Or perspective. Time is the most valuable thing that you have. If I gave you $1 billion and it was a check that you could cash, but you die as soon as you cash it, it's $1 billion, solves all of your financial problems, would you cash a check? No, exactly. Because even you know that there's no amount of money that's worth dying for, taking your time away, right? And so now that we know that time is more important than money, more valuable than money, because I just told you $1 billion wasn't enough for you to give up your time. It could be $100 billion, you're still going to say no, because it does you no good, right? And so now that we've established that time's the most important thing, when you go to work, they're going to give you dollars, currency, dollars, paycheck, right? Which is valuable, but it's not the most valuable thing. When you go to work, you're going to pay them with hours. I just proved to you that your time is more important than the money. It's more valuable than the money. 1 billion times. You agreed. Because I could have written you $1 billion check. You said no, so it's at least 1 billion times. I say infinite. So now that we know that your time is the most valuable currency, well, when you go to work, you actually give them your time. Sure, they pay you in dollars, but it's not enough to compensate your time. It's not worth your time. So you pay them more by giving your time away than they pay you on a paycheck, right? So I'm not against you guys having a job. I'm not against you working. There's nothing wrong with that. But when I realized that, I was like, wait a minute, I pay these jokers more than they pay me. They can never pay me what I'm worth. So now what I need to do is I need to figure out how to buy my time back, right? So you guys might be out there and you might be making $50,000 a year, right? So that means this. That means that in order for you to repossess your time, reclaim your time, own your time, complete ownership, you're the master of your time. In order for you to do that, you have to at least compensate what they pay you so that you no longer have to sell your time to get what they pay you. So if they're making 50 grand, all right, you need to figure out a way to make 50 grand without having to go to work. How can I do that? There's a bunch of ways. Start a business, get into a side hustle, I don't know, flip a house, get into the stock. Well, I hate to say that, but you can try the stock market. I wouldn't. I could do a stock market breakdown one day. You're going to be like, what? But you could do a bunch of things that could potentially give you the opportunity to be able to be successful and get your time back. So for instance, I told you guys the story. By the way, welcome to the channel. Hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. Middleman CEO Shon-Jhon here. Listen, and for all the students, if you missed the training last night, guys, we had a great time. All the students were there, but if you're not in the master class, you missed some fun. And I'm teaching people how to build a business from their phone. If you want to get into the master class, get it while it's on sale. The link is going to be in the first comment below or in the video description below. And we had a blast last night. We even started putting together the idea of having a middleman conference. I'm down to like 3 cities I like that could potentially be a place to have a middleman conference in a year. That's Miami, Vegas, and LA. So we're thinking about 3 different cities that we could have a conference in a year. So if you are in the Middleman Masterclass, you're going to be invited. We're going to all get together, be a family like we are now, and help each other to be even better. If you're not in the Middleman Masterclass, I teach you how to build a business from your phone without going to work, right? You're going to book customers, take deposits, dispatch. Then you're going to hire a VA. The VA is going to take over. They're going to do all the work. Your hands free. You can go do whatever you want. That's why I can literally sit here all day, do videos, do whatever the heck I want today, because I don't have a job. And I don't want a job. There's nothing wrong with jobs, but I don't want one. And I got a meeting today at 2, so we'll be doing that. But just want to let you guys know that you don't always have to go to work to make money. I know people aren't going to share this with you, but I'm telling you, it's the real deal. I've been doing it since 2020. It's all I do today. That's all I want to do. Right? And then I get to help others create a family. We got a network. We got a community. Come on, it's awesome. And so my wife, she was making $100,000 a year as a dental hygienist here in Dallas. And I was like, okay, so in order for me to get her time back, or to buy back her time from her company, I had to be able to compensate what they were paying her. And so I grew my business and grew it. And now we're at over 300 for the year, on pace to do 350 for the year, which is awesome. But more importantly, it's enough money to where we don't need her $100,000 paycheck. So this is what I'm telling you. Whatever your paycheck is, if you start a business and you make enough money, that means you no longer need your paycheck. You can literally walk into the office and say, no, thank you, bye. Because they're not going to give you raises. These companies don't have the money. They're not going to give you promotions. They're trying to fire you. They don't want you there. You think they like you? No. These companies are living, breathing organisms. They don't care about you. They will fire you in a heartbeat, especially if you make too much money. Especially if they have a AI or some type of system that could do your job. You're out the door. And so I told her in January, hey, look, we don't need your check. You're welcome to come home. She's home. She can do whatever she wants to do with her day. We do whatever we want to do. Hopefully we'll get to start traveling more, but we do have a 1-year-old, which makes it a little difficult, so just hang tight. We have a lot of traveling, a lot of fun we want to do. But again, guys, in order to, because you got to understand, they're going to work you to death on your job. They don't care about you. No, these companies, whatever time you're willing to sell, they're going to buy from you. And whatever you're willing to lower your life price to, they're going to buy your life from you. They're already buying Monday through Friday. And that ain't even enough money. So now you guys have to go and sell Saturday and Sunday. Hey, I got a Saturday and Sunday for sale. Who wants it? You ever go to those games and stuff like that, and people are holding up the sign, say, ticket for sale, whatever? Our parking lot, $40, $50, $100. I would get. I've seen parking spaces for like Cowboys game, $160. I would literally walk from my house to the game before I pay $160 to park a car. Ain't happening. And some people do. But you see those signs and they're like, hey, this, that. Well, that's you. You're up there now. You're going, hey, I got a Monday through Friday. I'm willing to take $15 an hour. Who wants it? And then when you do that and you're like, man, that's not enough. We need to actually get some more money coming in. All right, what do you got you can sell? Well, I got my Saturday and my Sunday I can sell. Well, that's 7 days a week. I know, but we're not making enough money. I got to sell this. So here you are in the parking lot selling your Saturday and Sunday. Who wants to buy Saturday and Sunday? That's you. That was me. And I'm telling you, the best way to live this life is freedom. Best way to live your life. I always talk about the big 3 freedoms for me. It's time freedom. That's the most important. Financial freedom. Now I got the money I need, right? I don't have to go to work. We got enough money to be secure, to feel good. We got cash flow coming in, not savings accounts, cash flow. And number 3, lifestyle freedom. Now, what do I want my life to look like? How do I want to live? Now I got that freedom also. Right? So hopefully one day I can get my company to $1 million a year. That's the goal. But more importantly, even ahead of that, is just to be free. So if we make $500,000 a year and I don't have to go to work or leave the house, nor my family, we're going to enjoy life. We're going to do life together. You're going to see my kids with me. I was talking to someone the other day. They were like, looking at the schools in the area. It's like, bro, look, I don't really care. You know why? Because I have no plans for my kids to be in school long term. Your kids could be in school long term because you decided to do nothing, not me. They're not going to indoctrinate my kids like they're going to indoctrinate your kids. They're going to teach your kids to get jobs, go to college. Think of what that did to you. They're not going to teach my kids that. I'm not going to let them. I'm going to teach my kids to build business so they can hire your kids, right? So, by the way, if you want to learn how to start a business, go ahead, tap the link in the first comment below or the video description. Get into the masterclass, start working with the community, start working with all of us. Students are winning. Learn how to make money from your phone. You're going to book, deposit, dispatch. That's it. Book, deposit, dispatch. Book jobs, book customers, take deposits. That's your money. On average, I want you to do about $150 per deposit, and then dispatch the work to someone else. So I'll book a customer, dispatch the work. I used to have this thing in here. I don't have it anymore. Let me see if I probably have it in my wallet. And I came out of the house one day, and I sure hope I have this card. I don't have it. I came out of the house one day, and there was someone left a, and you guys might have seen the video that I did. Oh, here it is. I'm glad I kept it, because I'm probably going to tint my windows at some point. But I came out of the house. I found this on my vehicle, right? So it's got the Fort Worth number and whatever, the DFW number. And so I messaged the guy. I was like, you know, hey, you do tinting? What do you charge? The guy was like, I charge $280. This is how easy it is to get an ISP, independent service professional, or a contractor to work with you and then be able to make money. So very quickly I was like, hey, what do you charge to do an SUV? And he was like, you ever had tint? I was like, no, it hasn't had tint. He was like, I could do it for $280. And I was like, why $280? He was like, well, there's a couple of fees. So I'm just nosing around. And I said, well, would you be willing to do it for $200? He was like, sure. All right, so now he's willing to do the job for $200. I already saved $80 just by asking a couple questions. That's important, because what I would do is, I know now, based on what he said to me, that he's booking jobs at $280. So I'm going to book jobs at $280. I'm going to go out there and advertise for anyone who needs a quote for window tinting. And they're going to reach out to me, text, email, phone call, and they're going to say how much, and I'm going to say $280. Bam. They go ahead and agree to book with me. I capture their info. When do you want to do it? What time? Here's what's going to cost. What kind of vehicle? Blah, blah, blah. And because he's willing to do it at $200, but he can book a job at $280, I'm going to book the job at $280. I know he only wants $200, so what does that leave me? $280 minus $200 leaves $80. What does that mean for me? That means I can take an $80 deposit, put it into my account. So when I book the customer, hey, we require reservation deposits, $80. They paid $80. That goes to me. He's going to get the assignment. Hey, Mary, on this day, this time, at this location, needs tinting. She's going to pay you after the job is complete, the other $200. I don't even touch that. That's his money or her money. He's going to go do the job. I made $80. I'm gone. And you do this over and over and over. Just think, even if you make $80, you do 3 customers a day, you got $240. You do that 5 times a week, you've got $1,200 if I'm not mistaken. You know, $1,200 or more. And then, you know, $240, $1,200, $1,220, something like that for a week. Not bad. You're still at, you know, almost $5 grand for a month. Again, it's not going to make you rich, but you didn't have to leave your house to do it. Anyway, guys, I've said enough. If you're serious about changing your life, click the link into the masterclass. Otherwise, listen, don't let them work you to death. They're going to work you until you die. They're going to buy every bit of time that you can't afford to own. I said something there. They're going to buy every bit of time you can't afford to own or buy back. Don't let your life be consistently selling all of your time until you die. That's no way to live. It's certainly no way to die. You're going to die with regret, wishing you would have done things differently. Take it from me. All right, I got to go. Hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. Middleman CEO. See you guys on the next video. And for everyone who just got into the masterclass, purchased the course, and got the discount link, purchased the course in the masterclass, the discount link is the one that's in the comments and in the description. Click it and go. You don't want to pay $2,500 for this course. Use that discount link. The course is even worth more than that because you get me coaching you and you get the community. It's awesome. We work with you step by step to build. But you can pay $2,500 if you want to, or you can click that discount link in the description below or in the comments below and go, go, go. See you guys in the live training. See you guys in the one-on-one sessions. I got to go. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Peace.